Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I take the cupcake and eat it. What's up, everybody? Caesar Madrazo here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Summertime. So, in the last episode, we completed our first route, which was the Monika route, and so I was looking at the comments section to see which girl people wanted to see next, and it looks like the pretty heavy majority said that we should go after Sayori next. So, that's going to be the route that we do next. Let's go ahead and start a new game here. By the way, we're going to skip all of the text we've already seen, just so we're not going through all that again. So here we are, Monika and Sayori. Meet him at the pool. What? Image, pool day not found. Alright, I'm guessing this is either something that's missing from my computer or just missing from the mod in general. Anyway, Monika. So Caesar, how did your last week go? Did you experience anything new and exciting? Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. I think MC had quite a week last week. Ah, I wish. Joining you two was probably the only out-of-the-ordinary thing that happened. I see. Well, you never know what life has in store for you. Perhaps you'll find summertime happiness if you look hard enough. What the hell? Monika changed outfits, apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that this is part of the game. Maybe nothing's missing from the mod, it's just supposed to be that way. I don't know. How would I go about that? Oh, we're next. Stepping closer, the selection of smoothies comes into my view. These have much more straightforward names than the food items. Alright, so what I'm assuming is going on here is that the reason Monika switched outfits abruptly and the reason that there's no image here is that Monika is still pseudo-talking to the player instead of MC. She's wanting to see if MC remembers what happened last week when we did the Monika route, since she already knows that the player obviously remembers. So, interesting. The exotic fruits one sounds awesome. Hey, Sayori, how about a strawberry smoothie? Look to the side. I see Sayori cheerfully approaches us with a wide smile that could say yes without a sound. So, okay, they're showing what happened when they ordered the smoothies, which they didn't show last time. They just said that Monika and MC got one flavor, Sayori got another. I get the same smoothie as Monika, and the three of us sit down in some lounge chairs nearby. After finishing my smoothie, I slump down into the chair and enjoy the warm rays of sunshine. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. So, what did you have in mind for tomorrow? We've seen this, so we can skip. Alright, so we're doing the Sayori route, so I'm waiting for Sayori. I'll just wait for Sayori. I had fun because of Sayori. Alright, so nothing else new yet. Alright, Sayori and Natsuki run around. Sayori trips on her shoelaces. I wonder if we'll get to see what the whole shoelaces thing is about this time. Guess the acronym. Okay, so we're going after Sayori, so friendly things. Not safe for llamas? Okay, yeah, getting between Sayori and Natsuki is going to be really hard, guys, but I'm going to try. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and save here, so that if we do fail to get Sayori, then we can just go back and try again. Piece of waffle, right? No, that was Natsuki! Okay, so guys, that took many more tries than I thought it would, but I think that was mostly Sayori that time, so I think we're good. The game concludes and Monika announces the winner. My eyes stop on Sayori, who has an amused grin frozen on her face. Cool! We got Sayori, so I'm gonna save here too. Are you sure you want to overwrite your save? Yes. That was so much fun! I want to do it again! Sayori was laughing all throughout the game. She really enjoyed most of my guesses. I have to admit, I kind of missed her carefree and joyful attitude. Even if a lot of people rolled their eyes at my attempts at humor, she appreciated me for what I'm worth. Okay, so you have to go for the funny answers to get Sayori. So, pro tip for anybody who is going to play this game themselves. So, how did everyone else like it? It was alright. I can see the creative potential in it. Monika looks at me expectantly. Caesar? Oh yeah, and oh wait, we can skip this. Yes! What's she saying yes for? Anyone want a round 2? Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe another time. I agree. Personally, I prefer talking about other topics. Aww. Cheer up, Sayori. There'll be another time. I guess you're right. There's a minute of silence between us. Yuri's the one who interrupts it. She brings up things related to literature in the club. Maybe it's time for me to leave before I embarrass myself with my extremely limited knowledge of the topic. Hey, Caesar, let's break bread. Break bread? That's a new phrase for Sayori. She extends one hand towards me. I mean cupcake. You can have one of them. That's a funny way to start a conversation, but how could someone say no to something so sweet? Thanks, Sayori. So, yeah, double meaning. How could you say no to cupcakes, or how could you say no to someone as sweet as Sayori? Although, as some of you saw in a recent video, she asked me a very lewd question, but I digress. As I take the pastry, she munches down on her own. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already manages to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I look around me and see the other 3 girls are engaged in conversation. I don't know what I was expecting. I take the cupcake and eat it. Nice reference. Very nice reference. I take the cupcake and eat it. I actually saw that video just recently. That's funny. So, Caesar, how did things go before summer break? She's probably referring to all the time we spent apart after she started waking up late. You know, I've been doing all kinds of stuff. Studying, too. I don't want to bore you with the details. There are no details. I do the same stuff I've been doing for years now. I don't even remember anything I watched and played, even though I was sober all the time. What about you? You never told me much after you joined the club. Yeah, the club. It helped me a lot being in the club. Everyone is so good there. I learned a lot. Like what? Well, Monika gave us really good writing tips. We even wrote our own poems, which helped me express myself in new ways. I wrote about all kinds of stuff that was on my mind. I never knew you had a thing for writing. What did you write about? You know, just simple happy thoughts. I once wrote a poem about waking up and having breakfast. Yeah, that really sounds like something you'd come up with. When I was a kid, I imagined you as the kind of person who always wakes up with a smile on her face. I guess some things never change. Some things really don't, Caesar. There's an awkward pause between us. Seeing as the other girls aren't paying any attention, I decide it's time to leave. I wait for the right time to interject and approach the other girls. Hey, just wanted to say goodbye before I go. That's nice of you, Caesar. See you later. Okay, bye. Glad you visited. Goodbye. Caesar, would you like to go home together? Well, I'm not going home just yet. I have some obligations to take care of first. Oh, okay. A wavering smile takes shape on her face as she says that. Did going home together really mean that much to her? I guess it wouldn't be a burden to let her tag along if that would make her happy. After all, she was always my best friend. You can come with me if you'd like to look around downtown. Really? I mean, I don't want to bother you while you're doing important stuff. Don't worry, it's fine. Yay! I'll just say bye to the girls and we can go. Same thing yesterday and now today. Does she dislike going home alone? Yep, MC, just as clueless as always. Sure, it's kind of boring to sit on public transportation with only strangers around you, but you can just use your smartphone like literally everyone else does. Yeah, but that means that there's not a boy that you have a crush on sitting next to you, MC. Besides, she could go home with one of... I'm ready, Caesar. Let's go on an adventure. Easy there, partner. We're just gonna buy some stuff. Come on, don't be so half-hearted. Otherwise, I'm gonna draw my weaponized optimism on you. Draw what on me? You don't even have anything to draw with. No, silly, I just meant that I'm gonna cheer you up. Life can be so much fun if you let yourself enjoy the little things. I guess it's always the simple things with you, Sayori. That's mean, Caesar. No, it's not. That was a really nice thing to say. He was just saying that, you know, you like to keep things simple. Like, that wasn't mean at all. Besides, overthinking can make your life pretty miserable. What do you know about misery, Sayori? Yeah, well, what do you know about thinking too much? Touché. So he just accepted that that Sayori was also calling him simple. We wait a few minutes for our bus to arrive. My shopping trip is as straightforward as a tutorial mission. Sayori literally points to the item I was looking for, and I had the exact amount I needed to pay. I have to give it to her. It was kind of fun. Not just that, she made my whole day so much better than what I was expecting. If she did invite me to their meeting, I would probably be sitting at home immersed in another world, something that's not real but feels more rewarding. I'm gonna thank her for this. Maybe I can even pay her back the favor and invite her to do something cool, like we used to. We get off the bus at our street. As we walk towards her house, she slows down and has her eyes locked on the ground in front of her. We're here. You look like you could use some rest. Are you sleeping enough, Sayori? Enough? That's one of my hobbies. Either she's really tired, or there's something behind that forced laughter. I'll take option C. I can't tell in this case. There's something I've wanted to tell you, Sayori. Yeah? Thanks for inviting me to your club meetup. It was a lot of fun. Oh, that. I didn't really invite you, but I'm glad you enjoyed hanging out with the other girls. I guess so. I think Monika is a pretty cool girl. She leads the literature club and isn't afraid of anything. Well, there are three mistakes in this box right here. Monika needs to be capitalized. The S and she needs to be capitalized, and in literature is not spelled correctly. I wonder if that was intentional, like she leads the literature club. I don't know. Is disregarding grammar a sign of brushing off a topic? So it was intentional, okay. It's not about them, really. I enjoyed it because I got to spend some time with you again. Eh? So yeah, if you'd like to go and have some fun on... Yeah! I didn't even say which day. I didn't even think of a day. What am I saying? Oh, sorry. Which days are you available on? I don't know about you, but I'm free tomorrow. I'll get ready in the morning and wait for you to come over. Hold up. I didn't even tell you where we're going or what time we're... Shh. It doesn't matter. Man, Sayori is just like jumping on board here. I trust you on this one, Caesar. If you say so. See you tomorrow, Sayori. Bye! She storms through the gates of her house as if she just found out she won the lottery. I shake my head with an amused smile on my face. She has the same bubbly personality that I liked her for. I'm worried how she'll handle life later on. No, I should heed her advice. I shouldn't overthink it. I'm glad she's so upbeat and the other club members seem to like her as well. I think I made an okay impression on them. Maybe I'll even get to see them another time. Maybe even get to know them better. Who knows? Natsuki, who looks as cute as her cupcakes. Yuri, who's got a handful of interesting personality traits. Monika, who's completely out of my league. She was not out of your league last week, MC. Last week, Monika was about ready to take your relationship a lot further than YouTube would have allowed. Daydreaming aside, I have to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow with Sayori. Tuesday. It's a brand new day. Not really, it's just Tuesday, but it can still be a good one. I look at my clock to check the time. It's 11 past 9, but I'm in no hurry. After making a cup of coffee, I head back to my room. Yesterday, I thought of a place I could take Sayori to. I have some fond memories of the two of us roaming around that part of town. There was this one time she nearly fell in the water. I caught her, but I lost my balance and got wet instead of her. That's awkward to think about. If I take my shirt off at this age, it would probably make both of us uncomfortable. I look through my clothes and think of what to wear for a moment. Not that I'm going out of my way to impress her, but it doesn't hurt to look decent now and then, right? All dressed up, I check to see if I've got everything I need before leaving. The familiar feeling of walking down our street vanishes as I stop in front of Sayori's house. We used to visit each other all the time. I remember how happy she was to see me after I went away with my parents for a week or two. Even among the other kids, I never experienced anybody being so overjoyed to see me. Since entering each other's house was accepted between us, I just assumed she'd be fine if I came in without ringing the bell or knocking. After entering the house, only silence greets me. I call out to her. Sayori? Is she still sleeping? Okay, so... we know obviously Sayori is not dead, but this is obviously a tribute to the original DDLC where we found out that Sayori killed herself. She said she'll be ready by the time I arrive. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Hey, Sayori! Gotcha! Sayori tackles me with such force that I nearly fall over. I can't complain, though. A hug from her is a welcome surprise. I was the first to let go. It looks like she's ready to go and was just waiting for this moment. Are you ready, Caesar? Yeah. I said, are you ready? So she's trying to hype us up. I'm ready, Sayori! I can't hear you! I'm ready! Woo! Let's go. Sayori rushes to the entrance and waits for me outside by the open door. I feel like I'm taking an excited dog for a walk. My own dog that I'm very fond of, that is. Where we going? Where we going? You'll see soon enough. All I'll say is that we went there before. Please tell me it's not the dentist. No, silly. Why would we go there? Because it's a place we went together. If people had soundtracks to their lives, yours would be a list of laugh tracks. We walk through the streets of our neighborhood, and our conversation trails towards our separate experiences in school this year. Anyway, did you manage to raise your grades? Last I remember, you were telling me about getting bad grades for assignments. Yep, my grades got better. Back then, I might have run out of time while writing some of them. But don't worry, there's a good reason for that. I leave my assignments to the last minute because the older, therefore wiser, I'll be. Flawless logic, Sayori. The palm of my hand firmly connects with my forehead. We're almost at the park. Want to race to it? Yes! It's only about 100 steps from here, but I managed to cram in some teasing before we get there. You know what you are? A running gag. Ha 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 ho! She starts giggling just enough for me to get ahead and arrive at first place. Sayori is slightly panting as she crosses the imaginary finish line. I'm not a gag, Caesar. I'm a real human being. We both laugh at each other as we regain our composure. I feel a wave of nostalgia wash through me as we're walking through this park. So many memories of the two of us playing around here and by the river. We reach an open area of the park that's covered with bright green grass, the kind on which you can comfortably lie down. This looks like the ideal place for us. Let me just whip it out, and we can pass it between the two of us. Whip it out? Sayori reaches into her bag and pulls out a frisbee. Oh, okay. It's like, whip out what? I was expecting her to, like, pull out some, food or something, but... Want to go first? Do I want to be the first? You know what? Ladies first. We're going to be a gentleman here. I'll let you have the first move. Just be careful how you hold it. Yes! Don't worry, I've been practicing. The weather is perfect for playing out in the open. There are just enough clouds to give us some variety to the blue sky. A light breeze cools us down while the shining sun keeps us warm. It's almost poetic how well this combination meshes with the game I'm playing. Running after the frisbee makes my heart beat faster, while looking at Sayori's bright smile calms my soul like nothing else I can think of right now. Man, MC's becoming a little bit more of a poet himself, chasing after Sayori. Because when we were going after Monika, I was just like, oh god, she's so beautiful, she's so amazing, she's so, perfect. But with Sayori, he's saying some actually, some pretty sweet things, some pretty sweet poetic things. As we're exchanging it between us, our eyes occasionally lock onto the others. Her eyes have a glow to them that I don't recall seeing before. Is she allergic to something? We've been playing for about 15 minutes now. I'm getting tired of throwing it away and decide to keep it once I have it. Aren't you gonna throw it back? Shaking my head, I approach Sayori. Let's rest a bit, okay? Okay. With that, she lies down on the grass and spreads her arms beside her. Closing her eyes, she lets out an almost comedic sigh. Ha! I sit down next to her. She's just lying there without saying anything. It feels awkward to just look over her like this, so I lie down about an arm's length away from her. Ooh. Dear Sunshine, is she talking to me? That's not something she would say to me. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. She's reciting her poem. Kissing my forehead to help me out of my bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you? She goes silent again. A minute passes as I wait for her to continue. Was that a poem? I wrote it. I liked it. Is that all of it? No. I just forgot the other half. Memory not serving you well? I guess I'm remembering other things. Do you remember how you would always grab my hand and guide us towards the river? We'd spend our days making all sorts of contraptions with sticks and rocks. Yeah, I can't remember what we actually made, but I remember having a ton of fun together. Do you remember that one time you fell in the river? When I fell in there, I thought I was going to die, but you came and saved me. We were literally a few steps from the shoreline. That's not the point. I felt like I could count on you. Even if I was a burden, you were there for me. Alright, so we had so many adventures together. Since the day we met, I care about how your life will go. Okay, so the last two seem, you know, kind of profound and a little bit on the passionate side. So let's go with we had so many adventures together. Well, you really burdened me with unexpected adventures, that's for sure. Remember that time you almost set your house on fire? It was my first time cooking alone. What about when you almost flooded your house? First time washing hands? Hey, you meanie. You're saying these like you never did anything wrong. Like when you, give me a sec. I let out a chuckle at Sayori's attempt at making fun of me. One of them actually turned out well. My house not burning down? Hey, that's pretty good. Remember when your parents left you for a single weekend? I still don't know how, but you locked yourself outside the house. Then you came over to our house and we had a sleepover! That was super awesome! I lost every time, but it was so cool to play with your parents. I really miss that when... Never mind. Something's on your mind? I was just thinking about how much you helped me when I did all these stupid things. You never even shouted at me for it. Yeah. It's what friends are for, right? I'm so glad that you haven't changed a lot over all these years. Like when you were rushing to climb up that old tree and I fell over trying to catch up with you. I started crying really hard and you didn't even notice. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Yeah, I was so lost in all the games we played. So in a way, it was my fault. But you came back when you saw I was hurt. You always come back. Yeah, I always did. You're such a sweetheart, Caesar. Huh? Don't say that, you'll make me feel weird. I know. Your mom always called you that. That's not really why it feels weird. She was always my best friend. It feels like more than something a friend would say, especially after being gone for so long. What's on your mind, Caesar? Alright, so I care about how your life will go, or since the day we met. Well, we are doing the Sayori route, so let's go the more passionate of the two. I care about how your life will go. Just one more year and we're out of high school. Yeah, it's funny how time flies. You look away for what seems like a moment and it's all gone. Like a jar of cookies. Heh. That's so typical of her, thinking of her tummy even when talking about such a serious subject. But I feel the need to bring this conversation back on track. Life isn't all fun and games, Sayori. I'm really worried about how you're going to handle life after high school. Getting okay grades and reading books isn't all you need, you know. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face today. You're not wriggling yourself out of it this time, Sayori. I know it's only been a few days since we started talking again, but I've been thinking about this since Sunday. I know I'm not one to talk about taking responsibility, but you seem to be way more concerned with other people's lives than your own. At least your parents are giving you guidance, right? Sayori? Yeah, sure, they do. They sometimes give me tips. Alright, just a little bit of speculation here, but tips as in Monika's writing tip of the day, perhaps? Is Sayori aware that Monika is sort of the one in control, or was the one in control? That didn't sound too convincing. Is she hiding something? Yeah, I think she is. Maybe it's because she never talked much about such serious subjects, at least not with me. I did talk about these things with Monika. You know, she's not just a great president, but a great friend too. She likes to give out writing tips to support everyone in improving their skills. One time she saw me when I wasn't okay. Ever since that, she occasionally checks up on me. She even promised to keep in touch once she goes to law school. Law school? That's what Monika's going to? How about you, Caesar? Yeah, I guess we could try to keep in touch after high school. Even if there's no telling where we'll end up after college, or after that, I can at least try. It's not like we have to meet face to face in this day and age. I was asking about your plans. Oof. Throw some Gen Z lingo in there. but it would make me happy if you tried. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people, even after all these years. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. How about we check out the river? You know, like we used to. Yay! That's a non-verbal approval if I've ever heard one. Alright guys, so we're past the 30-minute mark here, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. But yeah, seems like our friend's date with Sayori is going pretty well. It seems like there's a few mysteries surrounding Sayori here, like her depression still kind of lingering inside of her, and a possible connection with Monika that we don't quite understand yet. So I'm kind of excited to see where this goes, guys. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching as always, and until next time, I'm Caesar Madrazo, and I am out.